Behold, art, poetry. I wonder if I'm going to go too deep into this. We'll have to risk that, I guess. A Tree Planted by Water is the newest album released by Eryn Allen Kane. This was another one of those albums where I just felt like I want to find one other thing in the week that I want to review, something that might spark my interest. And once again, by album cover art, I was intrigued. I clicked on it online, noticed it wasn't a very long album, thought there might be something to this, and it was. It was. I'm also surprised by the way that this album is presented, because it deals with some not necessarily intros, outros, preludes, things like that, but Eryn gets some help from another artist named Asia Monet, and she kind of is a narrator, a poet, that kind of help get us ready for a few of the songs. So she has a couple of those in a few of the tracks of the songs. And normally for me, I find that unnecessary, in many ways a turnoff for preludes and things like that. There's just things that must be done in a way for an album to either merit that or for it to just complement it. In this case, I'm not really bothered by it so much. I think there was one that I wasn't like totally in sync with, but for the most part, I thought it complemented the rest of the songs very well. As for the rest of this album, it is, while being very short, I found myself liking it a lot. I have one friend who is a poet, not just, an artist or singer. He's like a poet, into poetry. And I sent this as a recommendation, and hope she likes it. But yeah, this is kind of what it made me think of. It made me think that there was a lot that I could listen to, thankfully, on a more deeply lyrical sense, and that it had something to say rather than just allow music to be played and hopefully someone likes it. It's not trying to do that. It has some soul, it has some intention with the songs that have been created here. I'm almost going to highlight the entire album, so I'm going to try to I'm going to try to give you a little bit so that you can go out and experience it for yourself, but I still have to talk about it, right? So let's see what I can do. Feel the Need is the first real song in the album. It's full of bright and motherly oriented encouragement, if you will. The song that follows that is called Fragile. And it has some beautiful guitar that is full of soul. This guitar has soul in it. It's not just her voice, but the guitar complementing it. Not bad horns in there either. Good horns. The last song, With You, does close it out very well. Again, these are just things you're going to have to go listen to. It kind of feels like I was in an oasis and I got a very refreshing beverage, a drink that just helped soothe my need, my thirst. And it's brief, very brief, but you know that moment when you do have that thirst, that if you can quench it for that moment, you can move on a little bit more. That's kind of what this album felt like to me. Maybe you'll enjoy this experience. Maybe you're not as bothered by the things, the poetry in the middle of it. Again, I didn't mind this. I think it was better well helmed than other things that could have attempted this. But maybe it doesn't bother you at all, and so maybe you'll enjoy the album even more than me. Who knows? So after having listened and reviewed this album with production of 96%, creativity 93%, expression and lyrics 89%, I'm going to give this album a yeah. I'm going to have to look up more of what she's got because not only does she have a beautiful voice, but I think she knows what kind of compositions and music could go well with what she's trying to do vocally and maybe in some of the messages that she has. We shall see. Yeah, gonna have to move forward and check it out now. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. And remember, if you want to discover, promote, and review the best in entertainment, remember to subscribe and follow all the social media for this channel so you can get that yes in your life. See you next time.